What is good, everybody? My name is Exomus and welcome to the Electronic Gamebox channel, and today I am recording or doing a Let's Play of Planescape Torment, a game that I've never heard about in my entire life except for yesterday whenever Grabe mentioned it to me. So I did a little bit of research on it and decided to go ahead and do a full walkthrough on the EGB channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. I've never played this before in my life. Like I said, I've never even heard of it, but Gray said it was good, and I watched a few reviews that looked pretty promising, so I watched a little bit of an LP, and he said that you can kind of roll like whatever character you want, and he did, for example, a spellcaster, but they kind of force you to be a fighter in the beginning. But of course, I've always been more of a tank-like character, so I'm gonna put my strength up. Strength really high, wisdom up a little bit, dexterity. I think this is charisma? Yeah, that's charisma. Okay, so I need high constitution. Intelligence down a little bit. Wisdom down, put that up, put that up. I guess that's a good tank-like character. Can I name myself? No? Okay, apparently I can't name myself. Okay, I assume that's it, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm going to be quiet during any cutscene / voice acting type stuff. But, here comes the skull to talk to me.
You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Okay, there's only one choice. Nameless one, who are you? I thought it was Morte or something like that, but I saw an LP where he said it's actually Mort, but I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just gonna call him Mort just in case. Who am I? How about you start with... Or, how about you start? Who are you? I'll go with 1 so I can be nice to him. I don't know, I can't remember. Mort, you can't remember your name? Heh, well, next time you spend a night in this bird, go easy on the bub. Name's Mort, I'm trapped in here too. Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's a chant. I've tried, sorry, it's really small, I can't hardly read it. I've tried all the doors, and this room is locked tighter than a chastity belt. It's called a mortuary. It's a big black structure with all the architectural charm of a pregnant spider. Not from where I'm standing. You got scars aplenty, though looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place a laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars, how bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chest aren't too bad, but the ones on your back, Mort pauses, say, like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back. Chef spells out something. Hey, it looks like you come with directions. Mort closes throat. Let's see, it starts with, I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Pharod can fill you in on the rest of the chant if he's not in the dead book already. Pharod, does it say anything else? Yeah, there's a bit more. More pauses. Let's see. It goes on. Don't lose the journal or we'll be up the sticks again, and whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium, however you pronounce that. Do what I tell you, read the journal, and find Pharod. I'm horrible at pronouncing stuff. I'm also a horrible speller. No wonder my back hurts, there's a damn novel written there. As for that journal I'm supposed to have with me, was there one with me while I was lying here? No, you were stripped to the skins when you arrived here. Sides look like you got enough of a journal pinned on your body. What about Pharod? Do you know him? Nobody I know, but then again, I don't know many people. Still some. Burke's got to know where to find Pharod once we get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, the doors are locked, so we'll need the key. Chances are one of the walking corpses in this room has it. Walking corpses, yeah. The mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labor. The corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. Is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for key. So should I go attack one of those corpses and loot for the key? What you think it's going to hurt their feelings if they're dead? If you want a bright side to this, if you kill them, at least they'll rest, or have a rest, before their keepers raise them up to work again. Well, alright, I'll take one of them down and get the key. Before you do that, arm yourself first. I think there's a scalpel in one of the shelves around here. Note, search these shelves in the room for a weapon to attack the zombies with. When you find one, go to the inventory, the backpack button in the lower right, and arm yourself. If you wish to examine any items you find, right-click on them in the inventory screen. Alright, I'll go look for one. God, there's a lot of dialogue. One last thing, those corpses are as slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like being kissed by a battering ram. If they start getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can't use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Note, to run, either toggle run on the option screen, or hold down shift key and left click an area you want to run to. If you're in danger of dying, use the running to keep your distance from zombies while you recover. Alright, thanks for the advice. Okay, so it's kind of like... Oh. Okay, what's this? Dialogue. Select special ability. Select item. Select spell. Combat, select weapon. Guard. Initiate dialogue. Attack. Abort current action.
Alright.
Okay, so this is kind of like the movement style is kind of like, I hope nobody gets mad about this, kind of like StarCraft in a way. Can you like, yep, you can select multiple people, okay. Not bad, I like that. Looks like someone is in the middle of dissecting this corpse. Oh, that's great. This device looks like some sort of sewing machine, arms with hooks, tubes, and metallic thread hanging from it. I've heard this game is really kind of fucked up and gets you to think about every one of your motives. There's the shelf, I think. Alright, bandages. I assume this is my backpack space. What's this? I have no idea.
Done.
Whoops.
I'm gone.
Anything else I could use?
Alright.
I need to find that scalpel. Wherever it's at. I guess I'll just check all these bodies. I think he said it was on a shelf. This corpse looks like someone turned it inside out. A machine at the head of the table has peeled the skin off the forehead to give direct access to the skull. Good God, where are we at? Man. Alright, well here's another shelf. Is that a scalpel? Yes, that is a scalpel. Awesome. Let's see, how do I get to my... Alright, you found the scalpel, now go get the corpses, and don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me, Mort? I will be helping you. Good advice is hard to come by. I mean, help in attacking the corpse. Me, I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I just get in the way. Alright then. Time to introduce these corpses to second death, then. Note, although you can select the attack cursor from the quick menu, pressing A key toggles attack cursor without using the menu. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of keybinds that I'm going to have to learn. Okay, I opens up inventory. That's pretty typical. Actually put that there. Ooh, eyeball. Of course.
Part with that.
That's awesome. That's why I like older games. I love older games. They're awesome. Okay. A for the attack. Alright.
Alright.
Alright, let's move over here and let's kill this son of a bitch. Okay, wait. This shambling corpse looks like it has been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead has peeled back, revealing its chalk white skull. Someone has chiseled the number 569 into the exposed bone. I'm looking for a key. Do you happen to have one? Examine the corpse, see if it's carrying a key. It was great talking to you. Farewell. Leave the corpse in peace. Alright, I'll ask him for the key first. Okay, Chef, they can't hear you. Alright, they're dead. You're dead and you're talking to me. Yeah, but I'm special. Death couldn't kill my zest. I don't know if that means soul or what. These corpses here, Moore rolls his eyes. They probably don't have much personality to begin with. I see. Look, Chef. Or Chief. The fact that I've just been saying Chef for the past, like, 10 minutes. Wow. That is horrible. That's terrible. Anyways, look, Chief. Watching you trying to swap these corpses isn't doing much for my morale. Let's leave the corpse talk for the Barmies, alright? Alright, then let's go. There's probably a lot of things I'm pronouncing wrong. How do I attack him?
Alright.
Can I not? Combat set weapon. Okay. How do I attack? There we go.
Done.
Awesome. What do you have? Bandages. No key.
Alright.
That sucks. Anyways, I guess I'll keep killing some more of these guys. I wonder if I'll have to move around any. Where's my health? Is this my health? I assume that's my health. Yep, I'm at maximum hit points. The bloody cloth covers the remains of this corpse, but the stench is right. Okay, I didn't even get to read all of it. More bandages. Wonder how many of these I have to go through. The corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. The number 782 is carved into the forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. A faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. Okay, the corpse in one piece. Oh, I can just examine it! Okay, it looks like it's the one with the key. It's holding it tightly in its left hand, its thumb and forefinger locked around it in a death grip. It looks like you'll need to hack the corpse's hand. Come on. I want this key. Did I get the key? There we go. Awesome. Got the key. Alright, now let's head out to wherever we have to go. I don't know if that's here or where. I cannot believe I called him Chef. God. Alright, there we go. I don't know how difficult this game is. Some advice. Chief, I'd like to keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the whatever that says. Plus, killing them might draw the caretakers here. I don't think you mentioned it before. Who are these caretakers? Corpses here. Where'd they all come from? What do you care about the female corpses? Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and ask them all these questions if I can. The caretakers, they call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're an addled bunch of ghoulish death worshippers. They believe everybody should die sooner better than later. Confused, why do these Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said Dusties believe everybody's got to die sooner or better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happier in the dead book than out of it? The corpses I've seen here, where'd they all come from? Death visits the plains every day. Chief, these shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Enlighten me, who are these caretakers? Wait, are those the Dustmen? Okay, yeah, they are. Alright, now let's ask about the female corpses. Who... what, are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead chits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. We need to be... Wow. Wow. Alright, well, I don't know how to pronounce that. Chivalrous, something like that. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, things like that. Last chance, what are you talking about? Chief, they're dead, we're dead, see where I'm going, No, I don't actually. Chief, we already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We'll have something to talk about, though. Appreciate men with their kind of death experience. Wait, didn't you say before that I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am, and from where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine, sinewy cadavers I see here. Mort starts clacking his teeth, as if in anticipation. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Okay. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little addled after your kiss with death, so I got 2 bits of advice for you. 1, if you got questions, ask me, alright? Note, to speak with a party member, select the talk option from the quick menu, then left click on the party member you wish to speak to. Alright, if I have any questions, I'll ask you. 2nd, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it down so you don't forget. The header journal I was supposed to have with me, I'd do that. Start with a new one, then Chief, no loss, there's plenty of parchment and ink around to last you. Use it to keep track of your movements, or use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get cloudy on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Note, to access your journal, select the button in the lower right-hand corner of your world screen, or select the journal button on the quick menu. Your journal will automatically be updated throughout the game.
My journal.
Got it, let's go. Okay. So, apparently this game isn't, or at least I saw in the review, it's not too much about combat. There's not a lot of combat. It's more or less focused on story and dialogue, which is perfectly fine. I've always loved games that tell stories rather than ones that I have to do a lot of combat in. Let's see, which screen am I recording? Anyways. Is anything I can examine? Blood, stains, rust, and other remains cover the surface of this metal slab, just much larger than most of the other slabs, and sitting on a platform that allows it to be rotated. By the way, I'm not going to be speedrunning this at all. This is going to be a slow-paced walkthrough that goes through just about every detail, because, again, I'm new to this, and I'm really big on story. So this game is definitely going to be a lot of fun to me. So if you see me stop and examine things, you're just like, oh my fucking god, hurry up and get on with Let's Play, just skip all of it through the video. Because I'm definitely going to.
Alright.
Nothing there.
Alright.
Alright. Is there any way that I can get him to stop saying alright? Let's see, is there... Ooh, options screen, there it is. Video options, can I change stuff? Okay, anyways. Audio options. I could turn the voice volume down, but I don't really want to do that just because that's voice acting as well. Well, I guess movie volume. I'm gonna go ahead and save really fast. Oh, can I type in stuff? Awesome. LP Let's Play. Just in case I ever play this on my own, or no. EGB walkthrough. There we go. Okay, so anyways, let's continue on. I keep right-clicking on accident. I want to examine... Oh, I can go check this out and see if there's anything there I could use. Maybe, perhaps... Room logbook. I'm gonna see if I can read that here in a second. Ooh, copper. Fist irons. What's this? Is it a weapon? Go to my inventory. Oh, it is. No way. Sweet. So now I have a scalpel and fist irons. Oh, I can read this. Alright, receiving room logbook. This huge logbook lists mortuary procedures in a tight, crabbed script. All shells entering the mortuary, I think that's how you pronounce it, are to be delivered to the receiving room and logged with the scribe on duty before embalming, or being embalmed or cremated. The records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms, contact the scribe on duty and notify him that the contracted shell is to be raised. Okay, good, this isn't crazy long. Be certain that a shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labor and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. A faction is not reasonable for any possession, or is not responsible for any possessions or items stolen by collectors who have brought the shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalog all possessions in the log book. Following the list is thousands of entries of bodies that that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip to the rest of the book, however, you notice that the last page has been cut out. Okay. Get on my inventory. Go check this out. I assume it's a good thing to go through and check everything and see if you can loot some stuff. Alright, there's nothing in there. Nope, nothing. Oh, this guy still looks a little bit intact. Oh shit. That is cool. There's a huge book. That is so neat. That is awesome. I'm kind of scared to go up and talk to him, but this book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. Probably more than that. What's his name? Doll? The scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and has slight trace of yellow like old parchment. Charcoal gray eyes lies within the angular face, and large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his quill pen. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, what are you doing? I was going to speak with the scribe. You might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling your bone box with Dusty should be the last thing. Oh god, it's too late, isn't it? Or did the game freeze? Oh, before Mort can finish his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down and the scribe's breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping the chant with sick Dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we leave this place, the laugh, the bet. Before Mort can finish, the scribe's gray eyes flickered to you. The weight of yours bangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill, but I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one, no more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? Who are you? As always, a question and wrong question, as always. He bows slightly. The movement suddenly sends him into a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catches his breath. I am Daw. Perhaps you can answer some of my questions.
Updated my journal.
Questions. Very well, what do you wish to know? Awesome! Okay, so, what is this place? How did I get here? Can you tell me how to get out of here? Do you know who I am? What do you do here? You sound ill, are you not? Well, first off, what is this place? Not gonna ask that. How did I get here? I know that. Can you tell me how to get out of here? I don't think they want us to escape. I'm pretty sure that was one of the things. Do you know who I am? What do you do here? You sound ill. Alright, I'm gonna go from the bottom and go up. You sound ill, you're not well. I am close now to the true death, restless one. It will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find peace I've been seeking. I tire of this mortal sphere. Dog gives a ragged side. The plains hold no more wonders for one such as I. The eternal boundary. Boundary between the shadow of life, or the shadow of this life and true death. Shadow of this life. Yes, a shadow. You see, restless one. This life, it is not real. Your life, my life. They're shadows. Flickerings of what life once was. This life is where we end up after we die. And here remain trapped, caged, until we can achieve true death. What makes you think this life isn't real? What makes you think this life is real? Look inside yourself. Do you not feel something lacking? Dog shakes his head. This is purgatory. There is only sorrow here, misery, torment. These are not elements that make up life. They are part of the cage that traps us in the shadow. I think your fatalism has gotten better view. Those elements are part of life, but not whole of it. Okay, I like the first one. Wait, enough your philosophy. What does all this talk have to do with making up? Okay, I'm gonna go with one. Dog shakes his head. Passions carry weight. They anchor many of the shadow life. As long as one clings to emotion, they will be continually reborn into this life, forever suffering, never knowing the purity of true death. I see. Whoops. I guess I should read that. I see. How does one escape the cycle of rebirth and achieve this true death? Kill your passions. Strip yourself of need for sensation. When you're truly cleansed, then the cycle of rebirth will end and you achieve peace. Doll sighs. It sounds like a death rattle in his throat. Past these shells of ours, past the eternal boundary lies the peace that all souls seek. Alright, I had some other questions. Very well. What do you wish to know? I'm going to go ahead and ask how to get out of here. The front gate is most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than dustmen pass. Doll breaks in a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it's unlikely he will open it for you unless you're extremely persuasive. I see I have some other questions. Let's see what else was there. What do you do here? I'm a scribe, a cataloger of all the shells that come to the mortuary. Dog hops again, but takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flows through the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. How did I get here? Doll snorts in contempt as if he finds memory repugnant. Your melody chariot ferried you to the mortuary, restless one. You would think your royalty based on the number of loyal subjects that lay stinking and festering upon that cart that carried you. I arrived on a cart.
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Doll breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath minutes later. Your essential something Pharod was, as always, pleased to accept a few moldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gates. Who is Pharod? He is a collector of the dead. Doll draws a ragged breath and continues. We have such people in our city that scavenge the bodies of those that have walked the path of true death and bring them to us, so that they may be something properly interred properly. Where can I find this Pharod? If events persist as they have, restless one, you have much greater chance of Pharod finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he swallows in this time, or he wallows in this time. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into Doll's tone. Do not seek out Pharod, restless one. I'm certain that this will simply come full circle again. With you none the wiser and Pharod a few coppers richer. Accept death, restless one. Do not perpetuate whatever. I know the word, but anyways, your circle of misery. I have to find him. Do you know where he is? Doll is silent for a moment. When he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which gutter stone Pharod lairs at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates. in the hive, perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. Okay, I will go there and ask him then. Farewell. As you turn to leave, Dal speaks, "Know this, I do not envy you, restless one. To be reborn as you would be a curse that I cannot bear. You must come to terms with it. At some point your path will return here." Dal coughs, the sound rattling in his throat. It's the way of all flesh and bone. Perhaps we will meet again, Dal.
I'm gone.
Alright, well, anyways guys, this has been going on, like, it looks like Audacity says like 30 minutes, but that may be wrong actually. But it's been a while. It's been at least 15-20 minutes, somewhere along in there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to help the growth of this channel, hit that share button. And again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys